Hi everyone, so I'm gonna start now. So welcome to the Largest Linguistics Club. This will be the fourth session. So before we begin, I just want to give a quick review of the Linguistics Olympiad. So NACLO, which is the North American Computational Linguistics Open Competition, is the competition that determines who can qualify for IOL, which is the International Linguistics Competition. So how to prepare for NACLO? So you can take a foreign language class. I think all schools offer them starting from middle school. So that will be really helpful. There are some linguistics textbooks you can check out. And here's the 2023 handbook. I'll send that in the chat later. And on the NACLO website, there's also practice problems that you can do. And there's also a video helped by another Logista member talking about the Linguistics Olympiad. And NACLO this year will be on January 26th. So these are the problems for today. So today I chose some problems that involve like languages, and I believe this is like the most common type of problem. So they're not that difficult, but once you get like used to doing like a lot of these problems, it'll become easier. So we're gonna start with this one. So who saw the bear? So here we have like some sentences in Turkish and some in English. So you want to figure out what goes into these three blanks, these five, I mean. Yeah. Okay, so let me just send this in the chat. So this is going to be not that hard. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Once you're done, you can send me the answer. And if you guys need more time, I'll give you like a few more minutes. Okay, I'm gonna go over the problem now. So for this question first. So something to take note of is that the word order in this is noun, then verb. So the noun goes first and then the verb. So here the noun is this. So we can see that that means elephant. And then this word, it appears here also. So it means the elephant jumped. Now the next one, the turtle ran for the fish. We see from here that turtle, that means turtle. Oh wait, sorry. The wrong thing. This means turtle. So from that we see that the direct object.
Wait,
Yeah.
wouldn't that mean wait, are you talking about at Laddie?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Wait, what did you say meant turtle?
This. I wrote it wrong.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry. Alright, so the turtle ran is here. And then for the fish, we see here that this means for. And then fish is this. So that is the answer for, oh wait. I'm sorry, I messed up. So the direct object is second, so fish should be second, and then the verb should be last. So those are the answers for the first part. So the second part, so okay, so this verb equals C, and it shows up a lot, and it shows up in like all of these. So this is the seagull. Saw the turtle. And then here, who saw the bear? This is pretty much the same format as this one. So something you notice here is that at the end of all of these, they have an extra YI. So it's going to be this, and then the word for bear, which is this, plus the YI, and then saw. And then whom did the bear see? That's going to be similar format with this one. So this one, there's no extra YI at the end. So it's this. So those are the answers for the second part. Okay. So when we move on to the next question, the next question is a bit more difficult because it involves symbols and not like letters. So here we have a list of 22 words written in these symbols. And then here we have the like word written in the Roman alphabet, so like with the letters. And you want to match the ones from this page to these words. I'm just going to go over something that may be confusing. So each of these is a syllable. So like these are two different syllables. And then if, so like this isn't only one word. It has like two letters combined. So I think this is an easy example. For this one, for example, these lines separate the four different letters, and the middle line separates the two syllables. So I mean, this will be a 4-letter word with 2 syllables. So this one is going to be a bit more difficult. I'm going to give you guys maybe like 15 minutes, and then I'll explain it.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, does anyone need any more time or can I start explaining? Okay, so I'll go over this problem. So here are the answers for the first part. You can first check your work with that and then I'll go over it. Okay, so this problem was really hard because it's kind of hard to like tell the difference between the two characters in like one word. So for example, here number 3, the first word has the first syllable has 3 letters, but it's kind of hard to tell where it is. So actually it's here, this, which equals you, and then that part, which equals P, and then the top part equals M. So that was especially tricky because it's kind of hard to tell. And another thing is a lot of the like letters are arranged differently in different problems. So for example, all of these are you. Yeah, those two in this, like even if the letter is in the second, is like the second letter in the syllable, it's sometimes it's still going to be in the front, which is a bit hard to figure out at first. And then another thing is that this character, it means M and N. So for example, number 22 has this, and that's N. And then this other part is C and A. So like the letters are all arranged differently. And then like that's N or M. This is N or M. This is N or M. So like it's kind of hard to tell. So how I don't want to explain the entire problem because it's kind of long, but I'm just gonna like go through a bit of like how I thought. So first I tried to look for like characters that were similar. So the first thing I figured out was that for number 8, these two are really similar. So I figured out that this is C, I think. Yeah. Because these two are the same. And then I figured out that the 2 lines equals U. And then the 1 line equals I. And then that made it a lot simpler. And then I used the TI from here to figure out what matched with H, which was number 2. And I kind of went on from there. And another helpful thing was the 3-syllable words because they like provided a lot of characters. And as you go through, sometimes you like might get something wrong and it's gonna like mess up everything else. So you wanna like, if that happens, just like try to figure out where you messed up at and then erase everything you did after that and like do it again. But yeah, this one was pretty difficult. And then the second part here. So this was also a pattern that wasn't very obvious. So you notice that these four all represent vowels. So this one is I, this one is U, this one I believe is E, and then this one is O. So the last two might have been a bit hard to tell because, like I said, all the like characters are rotated and arranged differently. So we just figure out that this one is A because these are the five vowels. So that pattern's like pretty hard to like spot. So yeah. And I'm gonna move on to the last problem. So this one, here you have a list of words, some are already filled in, and you want to figure out what the other words mean. So you're going to notice something that a lot of these words are like similar, I guess. So for example, we here have like a knitting basket, the knitting needles, to knit, something knitted such as a sweater, expert knitter. So all of these are going to be related somehow in like their spelling. And then here we have a word search. So I believe that you don't have to like actually submit the word search, but this is going to be really helpful because you might not know all of the letters, but let's say you know that it starts with like, just for an example, you know that it starts with M and A. So you can look through the crossword and see which ones start with that and figure out the letters in between. So this is like a pretty unique problem. And I don't think there's like any problems that are like similar to this. So this one's quite interesting. So I'm gonna leave you guys like 10 minutes. And yeah, I'll give you guys 10 minutes to do this problem. Okay, so here are the answers for that last question. So you guys can check over it and I'll just give a quick explanation of how I did it. Okay, so most important thing to do here is like group all of them into like similar similar words. So like here we have an iron and then to iron something and then wrinkled clothes. Those are all like similar and related. And then another example we have like expert card player, deck of cards, to play cards. And so each one of these match up with something like berry cakes to make berry cakes. So one thing you're gonna observe is that, so I think, yeah, letter and to write, that's an example. So all the words that are similar to each other, their first two letters are the same. So we have here, wait, wrong place. Like, for example, another thing related to writing here, writer. It's not working. That's an A. And then here, pen or pencil, it's also related. So yeah. And then the next thing you have to pay attention to is like what type of word it is. So for example, we have all these verbs here. So all the verbs are 4 letters and end in an A. So these are all A's. And then we already know the first 2 letters based on what they're like related to. So we just have the middle few characters. So you're just gonna look through like the crossword part and try to find like the 3 other letters and see which one's in between them. And something you have to look out for is that sometimes there will be like multiple like options. So there's like maybe like MAKA and there's MA like I don't know LA. So there are going to be like different ones. So yeah, you have to look for later as you do more problems. You can like notice patterns on like what certain words change to, like what certain letters change to. So that's an example for verbs. Another one we have like the person. So fisherman, knitter, card player, a writer. Already. So these all end in INUXW. So that applies for all of these. And they can just do the same thing. And then another one example will be like for something that you are using. So you are using an iron and then you're using knitting needles. You're using a pen or a pencil. You're using a deck of cards. So all of these, and you're using a broom. So all of these end in AYU. So you just do the same thing and eventually you'll just have all of them filled in. So the most important thing about like questions with languages is I have to like pay attention to the patterns in like the words. Yeah. And then it should just go on from there. and like once you figure out certain letters, you'll just like find the other like symbols or words or whatever, and like just fill it in. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. And next week, I believe Lucy is gonna be teaching. So see you guys next week. Bye. Bye, thank you.